Starter comes to his platform. And Rouge Bazon's there as well. I missed it. Rouge Bazon to come up. Got a fancy, Des?
Scotia, if he can just be balanced and wait for the last run, Bruce.
Lord Scotia, Des likes Royal Scribe to come up. And they're set. Winter drawn the rails. Jatova next to it. Light on. Starter about to press the button. He does. They go. And Red Henry missed the start. Lakeside Star, Drury Sun, both slow to begin. Bellevue Hill came out running to lead, but Lord Scotia kicks up early. Silver Curl's going fast in the early stages, and Old Acquaintance is right up there with them, and so's Game Lord as they settle. Windsor not far behind them with Lakeside Star and also Bellevue Hill, who's about 7th, and further back Jatova with Brequillo just in front of it. Royal Scribe, one of the last. Cammy's up midfield. Rouge Bazon in front of Royal Scribe. Red Henry and Drury Sun with them in. Up past 1,000 and Silver Curls, Old Acquaintance and Game Lord. Bellevue Hill's pulled his way up to be 4th. A length and a half. Lord Scotia's getting a good run. In that group of horses, Lakeside Star and Cammy. Also not far away is Winter just in behind them, and further back Jatova, Rouge Bazon, Lakeside Star up in front of those. One of the last, Royal Scribe. Brequillo's about 7th or 8th as they turn for home and hooking out in the straight. Old Acquaintance kicked away a length and a half. Game Lord, Silver Curls. Bellevue Hill into the clear. 2 to Lord Scotia, winding up, then Winter. Cammy out wide and Brequillo with a late run. Old Acquaintance about a length and a half to Bellevue Hill under the whip. Lord Scotia. Brequillo's running on strongly with Cammy out wide. Brequillo, Cammy and Lord Scotia going to Old Acquaintance. Brequillo sweeping up to them on the outside with Lord Scotia. Old Acquaintance and Bellevue Hill and Cammy, and Brequillo's away and home. This horse has improved a ton to beat Cammy. 3rd Bellevue Hill, then Old Acquaintance, Lord Scotia, Red Henry. Behind those, Drury Sun, Jatova. Winter further back from Lakeside Star, Rouge Bazon, Game Lord, Silver Curls, Celso, and last to finish would have been Royal Scribe. And by a ton, I don't mean from last week, I just mean from about 6 months ago.
Who's that? Brequillo.
Geez, going well,
Oh,
Des.
yes, he is. Well ridden by Jamie Evans, mixing it in the flat and the jumps, but 3 kilos is a big help when you're in a race like that. And Brequillo, who was about midfield early and biding his time, Jamie Evans, come along with a very nicely timed run to win the race. Lloyd Scotia, as I said, if he could have been held up, would run a nice race. He was given a beautiful run by Simon Marshall, but the horse was not equal to the task today. And Bellevue Hill, who was up there fairly handy, just got messed up a little bit, but tried his darndest to get a place, and he did just that. But the winner was Brequillo from Cammy, she's returned to a bit of form too now, maybe because the tracks are a bit better.
Funny about horses, Cammy won on this day last year.
Yeah, I read the paper, you know.
And then she won the next week, and she obviously likes this time of the year to find her best, but Brequillo is fairly flying at the moment. He's in the best form of his career, likes wide draws, likes to race wide, and as Des said, Jamie Evans did the job. Cammy battled on well. Bellevue Hill was a funny old run because he got going again on the line.
Yes.
Not a bad effort. And it's tight for 4th and 5th, and Brequillo flying for Eddie Lang. Jamie Evans, let's go down and join Eddie. He's a great guy after race 7.
Well, Eddie, congratulations. You got Brequillo really firing.
Thanks, Graham. Yes, he's racing very consistently.
He's always been a very good horse, and this is the best he's shown, though, in this preparation.
Yes, I think we've always ridden him wrong. It took a girl to show us how he had to be ridden.
Louise Bonello.
That's correct, yes. The day he broke a track record, she rode him back second last, and he flew down the outside, and the penny dropped, and I said, well, this is the way you got to ride this horse.
And from there on, you've been on a winning streak.
Oh, yes, he's raced great.
And he also likes to come on the outside, too, I think.
Yes, he likes plenty of galloping room.
Yes. Good, well, you're having a great run. Eddie, it's good to see you in the winner's circle again. Congratulations.
Thanks, Graham. Thanks very much.
Eddie Lang with Graham Kelly, and here's Brequillo sweeping up past Lord Scotia Cammy. Old Acquaintance has just had enough, and Bellevue Hill driving through for the place. But Brequillo's home for Jamie Evans, who rode over the jumps today, of course, in the big race. Cammy battling on, good run. Bellevue Hill, a nice run for the Winter Championship. Lord Scotia 4th, and a 5th going to Old Acquaintance. Winter, well, I don't want to knock any horse. I love racing, but, oh, geez, had some chances, Des, hasn't he?
Well, like quietly in the back of my mind, he was a good run the other day, but it was, you know, been two or three in between his last good run. But today, thinking that the track was getting better, I wasn't game to say it, but I thought, now, Winter might run a bit better here, but he's disappointing, isn't he? He's disappointing.
He is. 4:15 and 1:40 the interim. Cami 275, Bellevue Hill 75, Quinella was 67.25, Trifecta 388.50, the Daily Double 21.95, and the Quadrille is a handsome one at 3,609.70. Weights and measures said Brequillo had a good chance, as we mentioned when picking Bellevue Hill, that Brequillo was meeting at 2.5 better for being beaten a length and a half and had one since, so you had to put him in as well. Dashing Kiwis very...
And why do you do it?
Well, weight was getting the better of me at one stage, yeah, so I've always loved jumping horses, so I decided to take out my licence. And it's been really good. This is my first season. I've outridden my claim, made the Australian side, which was a big thrill, and today rode a national.
Let's have a look now. Jamie sweeping down the outside on Brequillo. We don't have Brequillo in the screen yet, but you'll soon spot those lime green blinkers and the lime green colours that you have seen Jamie wearing. There he comes, and it was a storming finish, wasn't it?
Yes, he done a really good job because he was well back early, but he got home well.
I made comment before the race that he is better suited when drawn wide. Would you agree with that, that he likes to, a bit of galloping freedom?
Yes, he's a funny little horse. He doesn't like horses crowding him up very much, and I think that's the only way to ride him, really.
Is that your first race ride on Brequillo?
No, I won on him, I think it's 4 starts back at Caulfield.
Oh, right, right. So he's been a good horse to you on the flat?
Yes, he's been really good.
Yep. Jamie, the future for you, are you going to continue to mix?
Yes, it's been successful so far, so I might as well keep doing it. I like doing what I'm doing.
What about the attitude of owners and other racing people to giving a jockey such as yourself rides on the flat when they're riding over jumps?
Well, I've had a few people come up to the trainers that have given me rides and said, you know, why put a jumps jockey on? It annoys me a lot because apprentices, I mean New Zealand apprentices ride over jumps whether they like it or not. You know, they ride over jumps and on the flat, so, you know, I don't see why Australian apprentices shouldn't do the same. I mean, a jockey's a jockey. Yeah. No flat jockey, no jumps jockey. I think a jockey's a jockey, and that's the way it should be.
Well, that's answered that. Jamie, congratulations on the ride today.
When Captain Tommy Carmody was suspended for a month for improper riding at Caulfield today, the visiting jocks fell further behind the Australians when apprentice Jamie Evans piloted Tasmanian jumper Red Cavalier to an easy win.
Only last month, Evans became the first jockey in 20 years to win a jumps race and flat race on the same day. Evans rode Tasmanian-trained Red Cavalier, who was backed from 10-1 to 9-2, after thrashing stablemate and better class hurdler Glad Eric in a trial on Tuesday.
At the last fence, though, and Red Cavalier got over it well for Jamie Evans, about 5 in front. In second placing was Emotional Issue with Brendan Sheridan of Ireland, and 3 lengths away Gunda Win with Tommy Carmody. But Red Cavalier's got a big break, and Red Cavalier will go and win it easily. Red Cavalier first, Jamie Evans of Australia, and the Australians open up their lead. Red Cavalier 6 lengths.
The Australian team now have a 33-20 lead with 2 days in the series remaining.
They're very good horsemen, you know, the English and Irish boys. They go to a race meeting over there and have, say, 6 rides in one day over jumps, so, you know, they have a lot more practice than us, but we're slowly progressing.
Well, the race ended on a high for the Aussies. The Irish boys' visit was soured when Captain Tommy Carmody was suspended for a month following his ride on the third-place Gunda Win. Steward said Carmody caused interference to Orchestra Man at the 1,300-metre mark. Carmody's suspension starts Friday night, which means he can ride at Stawell on Friday.